Welcome everybody to look at another new Radiance films release. So alongside the double bill of Il Posto and If a Danzante and Underworld Beauty, we've also had 1975's Weak Spot. So this is directed by Peter Fleischmann, who I've not seen anything else from before. He's a German director. And this is a satirical thriller that clocks in at 110 minutes long. Stars Michel Piccoli, who was also in the likes of Topaz and Danger Diabolique. And then finally, Mario Idorf, who I've seen in the likes of Felidae, Caliber 9, The Italian Connection, and The Specialists. So, an innocent Playboy holiday rep in Greece is picked up by two secret agents. Suspected of being part of an underground resistance, he is to be transported by the agents to Athens, where he will be interrogated by superior officers. During their trip, their car breaks down and they stop over in a small village. From now on, everybody's fighting against each other, and a psychological cat and mouse play begins. So, yeah, although I do wish this went in a different direction for its second half, which I feel would have suited its first half much better than the somewhat obvious but still satisfying conclusion we got. This is still an engrossing effort. This is mainly down to the fact it has a really rather scathing condemnation of authoritarian regimes, which is done in an intelligent and darkly comic manner. While the cast is great and the pacing is on point, the cinematography is also excellent. It is engrossing throughout. There's some solid tension. The score by Ennio Morricone is superb. Its themes are well realised. I really rather like the look of the locales. Greece looks really rather quite beautiful, despite the fact that it's, under an authoritarian regime. And yeah, it doesn't hold back from the more darker elements of, such a regime and the impacts it can have on people. So, yeah, overall, really, really good. 4 out of 5. I just wish it kept the satire element throughout more of its running time, because I found that to be really effective at the beginning. Um, because at the end of the day, this guy gets picked up by these agents purely because he gets his foot trodden on by another guy, and then mere passing conversation after the fact he gets his foot trodden on sounds like a code or something like that, and that's the reason why he gets picked up, and that's kind of farcical, really. Now, obviously, there are elements to that turn out to be different in how they actually were playing out, but I found that farcical element to work really well, and just wish it had played through on that part rather than coming down more into a kind of a thriller kind of a narrative. But still, pretty good overall. There's the disc. So we do get reversible artwork as well. So I do believe this is a German, Italian, and French co-production because it is in the French language. But obviously you do have Italian actors, but then you also got a German director. So quite a mishmash of countries working together, but it actually really does work. And the fact that it's not set in any of those countries, obviously it's set in Greece. So even though it's a German, Italian, French co-production, none of those are, you know, being prioritized in terms of making one country look better than the other, because you are set in what is effectively a neutral country. We also get a booklet with this as well. So it starts off actually with a really rather fantastic singular shot where you see these agents raid a house or an apartment. Um, then it pans upwards and you see one of the people that are being raided get out onto the balcony. He jumps from the balcony to his death, pans down, he's dead on the floor. More police come in and start investigating, and it's just a really, really well done bit of filmmaking. So in the this booklet, we've got cast and crew. Then we've got We Don't Need Another Hero, Weak Spot, Masculinity and Heroism from 2024 by Kat Ellinger, and then transfer notes and credits. We also have shots from the film. So our guy in the middle there is the Playboy rep, and then there's two agents either side of him. That's Mario Adorf, and he's the one that I've seen in more films than anyone else in this film. Um, it was particularly impressive. I think it was in the Italian Connection, where he was actually the lead actor in that one. So yeah, more shots from the film alongside the write-up. So got transfer notes as well. So the film was scanned in 4K resolution from the original negative, and supplied to Radiance Films by Studio Canal as a high definition digital file. So, yeah, it's unusual to get a Studio Canal restored film not released by Studio Canal. So, yeah, I would have expected them to have released it, quite frankly. But then we also, on the disc itself, have uncompressed mono PCM audio commentary by critic Travis Woods from 2024, archival TV interview with Michelle Piccoli discussing Weak Spot, that's from 1975, clocking at 5 minutes long. Then we've got soundtrack expert Lovely John discusses the Ennio Morricone score, also from 2024, clocking at 26 minutes long. And then we've got newly improved English subtitle translation on top of all of that. So, yeah, really, really have a good film. Can see why people might like it a bit more than I do, but on the whole, I still really rather enjoyed it. And certainly one of the bigger surprises from Radiance Films, because I really wasn't anticipating much from this. From the read up, it just sounded like a straightforward thriller, but there's a lot more going on underneath and on top, quite frankly, throughout, outside of that thriller element, which is done well, but there are other aspects to it that are done a lot better. Nonetheless, so if you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.